Alright, YouTube. Hope everybody's doing okay. This is Scotty Boy, and I thought I'd introduce you to the midlife crisis mobile. Today, I don't know, let's see, I'm about 4 days out from heading to Springfield. I think pretty much everything for Prime is taken care of. I just sent an email to Barbara, my recruiter, just to kind of ask if there's anything else I need to do. So just waiting on that confirmation. So today is more just getting things life-wise taken care of. You know, I got to run some errands, pay a few bills, pick up a few Amazon packages of stuff that I've ordered for, you know, for heading to Prime. So anyway, thought I'd give you a shot of the midlife crisis mobile. Note that any good midlife crisis mobile needs to be a car with nostrils. Anyway, I've had this car for a while. I love it. But anyway, thought I'd give you a shot. I will be driving my own car to Springfield, so we'll see if it lasts. It's a 2010. It's been an awesome car, very low maintenance. Got 4 new tires on it, but it's going to be going to and from. All right, welcome back. I think my video, the car segment, I think cut off a few seconds earlier than I intended to. I mainly just wanted to say that I got 4 new tires on it, and I had a mechanic that we trust kind of go over everything, just for peace of mind's sake. I have no reason to believe that anything's going to crap out on me on my way to Springfield, but I could be driving this quite a bit. Who knows? Maybe twice, maybe more, to and from Springfield or Pittston and that kind of thing. I don't really know what the future holds with that. So I wanted someone to look over. You know the drill. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. Not leaking. No, it's not cracked, bent, or broken. I know the whole drill. So I thought I'd want that on my car before I go, just so I could have that peace of mind. For this video, I just want to do this kind of quickly. I wanted to run through the paperwork that you're going to need for Prime. I want to go through what Prime requires, also what you need to take with you for your DOT physical and for your learner's permit. And in some cases, you know, some of the stuff is for all 3. But I wanted to dive into that. If you go on the website for Prime, it lists 4 things. One is that you need your long form medical documentation from your DOT physical, along with the medical card. And I will say that threw me off a little bit. The talk of card to me is something that's wallet size, you know, or laminated, that kind of a thing. Virginia does not issue those for your DOT physical. What they have is, it's part of the document, the long form documentation. The final page is called a medical certificate. And that full page of paper is considered the card. I ran that by my recruiter, and she said, yeah, and you know, they accept that as well. That's considered a card to them. So don't panic over that. So you also will need your driver's license, of course, picture ID, driver's license. You need to have a canceled check. That's one of the things I'm doing today. I'm running out doing some errands today, just kind of getting life in order best I can before I go. Now, I don't know if they'd accept. Ordinarily, I would just write in big letters void over it so that no one can use it. However, they specifically say canceled, and I'm hoping I'll just run through the bank and see if they can stamp something that looks official on it. And with all of this stuff, it's just my advice. I'm a person that wants to be over-prepared rather than under-prepared. I've heard some horror stories of people getting there and not having what they need and getting held up. You know, at best, maybe you're waiting on a fax or someone to ship something to you, but at worst, if you're missing something that you need to be in person for to receive, I think they do send you home, you know, and I can't afford that. So word of the wise, be over prepared. So some of this maybe is not necessary, but I want to go with everything they ask for and then some. So anyway, let's see. You also need, of course, your learner's permit, your CLP from the DMV as well. Now, 2 things that I know I saw somewhere. It wasn't on the website. I checked right before I did this video. But 2 things that I know I heard you needed, and maybe it was from a vlog, maybe it's outdated, I don't know. But I know I heard that you needed an official Social Security card, which I did get. I couldn't find my original on that. So I did. That's an easy process. Just go online, fill it out, and I don't even remember if they charged anything, but it was quick. I got it in the mail, I think, within a week or so. Now, another thing that, and the other thing that I know I had heard somewhere that they need, but I didn't see it on the Coming to Prime website, is your DMV record. I think I might have seen that in the application process, that it says that you need to have that information when you put in the information to the application, but also needed to be able to present that. I think I saw that, so maybe that's where I'm coming from. But I did, while I was getting my CLP, I got my driving record as well. One thing that's in my packet here I just saw that I don't think anybody's asking for, but it was part of my long form medical thing, was that there's a chain of custody document for your urine drug test. As far as I can see, it's just talking about that basically they were in control of the sample at all times. So anyway, I don't know that that's required by anyone, but it's in there. Now, backing up, when you apply to Prime and get your invitation, your acceptance from your recruiter, they'll send you a form, and this form covers several different things. One, I believe I recall that it had some personality stuff, maybe some preliminary work towards getting you a compatible trainer. It talks about what mode of transportation, bus, I think plane, rental car, or you're going to drive your own car. I'm going to be driving my own car. My understanding, I don't know if it's the exact amount, but I think Prime will pay roughly $300 towards getting you there, is my understanding. I think they'll pay gas if you're taking your own car. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. That was part of it. But also in that, they get you connected to another app called Driver Pulse, which is just an app used to connect a little better with your recruiter. It's a way of uploading and downloading documentation and both sides being able to see it. But they also put in there, one of the things your recruiter will upload to that is a document that is needed to either print out or show on your phone when you go to your DOT physical, because it has a barcode at the top. They'll scan that, and that's how Prime will pay for your DOT physical. In Virginia, without that, I think I heard them say it was $126 out of pocket. So you'll definitely want to make sure you have that up and ready on your phone. And aside, as far as your physical goes, you get the normal clipboard stuff at the beginning. It runs through a lot of questions of, history of, surgery. I think it talks about any medications, history of heart problems, sleep apnea, all that stuff. It's just some preliminary information on that. Now, one thing I did when I went into it, I was told that I needed to bring my sleep apnea machine. I've been on a machine for more than 15 years now, and what I was told, you bring the machine in and they'll pull off your compliance report. Now, this may not be the case across the board, but the doctor's office that I went to could not, at least not the machine I had. They weren't able to read it. So what they had me do is contact, they said, they can't close the DOT physical without that compliance report. So after I was all done, I sat in the parking lot. I called the distributor, the medical distributor that I got my machine from. They were able to pull off from the machine a form. They faxed it over. And there was some irritation around that, in that I was put on hold. They faxed it, it was chopped off. I had to call again, put on hold, and they emailed it. So yeah, whatever. I left that day with the full completed report, so I'm happy. But yeah, it was a little frustrating. So just word of the wise, if you are someone who has a sleep apnea machine, see if you can get that paper copy of your compliance report. Now, I could do a little bragging. I'm going to talk about this in a separate video I'll try to come up with everything that I can remember from the actual physical, so you know what to expect. But the compliance report is a one-page document, looks like this. Mine, they need a 30-day or more. I got a 90-day, and I've got a 99% compliance rate on mine. I love my machine. I don't sleep without it. So there was one day that I was slightly less than 4 hours, which is the mark of compliance. It was something right before Thanksgiving. I can't remember what happened there, but anyway, one day out of 90, I did not go 4 hours with the machine on. So that's the the medical piece. For the DMV, when you're going in to do your test, the paperwork that they require, at least in Virginia, they needed 2 forms of proof of residency. They need your birth certificate. They need your old license. I believe that was it. Now, for us, I'm in a town that uses post office box, so it was a little more difficult than you would expect getting proof of residency, because everything I had the post office box, not the physical. But I was able to find it. I think it's a tax bill and my mortgage documentation. My monthly mortgage bill had both, so that's what I did. Now I had a trainee in the DMV, and I think it's just because she's new. She didn't ask for those, but the website for the Virginia DMV was clear that you needed to have that stuff along with your birth certificate, and I think that was it. So that's what you need for all 3. I believe I covered everything. Yep. Talked about the medical card. Yeah, I think that's everything I got in here. And again, just a word to the wise, and I'm not talking from experience. I haven't gotten there yet, but just in general, this kind of thing, you don't want to leave anything to chance. So I'm sticking stuff in there that they probably don't need. I think I've got my last year's W-2s, things like that. Just putting it in there in case they come up with some crap that I didn't see, and maybe I can luck into having something that'll work. So hopefully you find that helpful. Again, I'm going to do several videos today. I want to get all of this playlist that I talked about, all the steps leading up to Prime, out of the way before I leave for Prime, because I would rather reserve that for some fun stuff from the road, and stuff maybe about getting ready mentally, for what's to come and that kind of thing, and kind of take you along. That's where the vlog really begins, is once I start heading that direction, I think. So all of this stuff, the lead up to it, I'm just trying to be helpful, hopefully, and alleviate some of your concerns. So hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.